Hello everyone and welcome to episode 53 of Form Guru series by MakeForms. I am Pratik, founder of MakeForms, and today's episode is an extension of the last episode. So in the last episode we saw how you can connect your payment gateway, how you can create the forms and enable payment gateway within your forms, and then we saw three different scenarios wherein in the first scenario we did calculate the sorry we did calculate uh, the ticket price. In the second one we let the user enter the amount that he wants to pay, and the third one we saw the single fixed amount that you can collect using forms. So in today's episode what we are going to do is that we are going to create a scenario for a web design agency wherein they can literally have the items that the user can select, and then based on the selections that the user or the client is making, the system will create the final amount. And then what it will do is that it will go in and it will check out as per the amount that finally is created for that particular services. So now let's go in. This is going to be a little longer episode, and for this particular episode what we will do is that we will use the one at a time form format, but I will do it in a little different way. So what we will do is that first we'll create the form using the standard form, and then we will convert it into one at a time form. The reason I am doing that is I want you to see how easy it is if you first create the form as a standard form and then convert it into one at a time form. So let's go ahead and write this website designer, or let's say digital agency quote form. Okay, so let's go ahead. This is going to be a little long video today. Okay, so what we will do first is that let's go ahead and add a select box, or let's start with the first name, email address and phone number. Okay, and let's name this as let's add a page break. After this, in the first one, what we'll do is we'll just write client details. Now the beauty of this thing is that as soon as you add a page break, and now when you convert this, and let's actually add something at the bottom. So let's add a single choice here for now. Okay, and I convert this into one at a time format. So what happens is that all of this goes into the question group in your one at a time format. Okay, but for now we'll just remove even the page break. This is something that I just wanted to show you guys. So in the next step what we will do is that we'll say actually let's add a multi-choice and let user select the services that they want. So I like select all the services that you wish to avail from our agency, and I'll add a couple of services. So this would be website designing, then we'll add CMS, then we'll add content CMS implementation. Then what we'll do is we'll add content management, then we'll add SEO, AdWords, social media marketing. So we have added all of these options. Okay. So with this, I'm so sorry. So now we have six services. Okay, and what we will do is that for every service we'll also select give the user the options, like select which service do you want to go for. So let's say for web designing, it can be like 5 page or 10 page, or for CMS, it can be WordPress, Drupal, Strapi. So with every selection that they do, the cost changes. Okay, so let's go in and do a single choice for our web design project. So for website designing, what we will do is we'll add an option 5 page, and we'll write, let's say it's $500. Then we'll add another option that says 10 pages, and we'll just write dollar 1000, let's do this dollar 900. 15 pages, dollar let's say 1200, for example. So these are the options that we want to give them for the CMS. Oh, sorry, I'm just writing in CMS. I'll add single choice and I'll add select the CMS that you wish to uh, implement. Okay, so I'll just write, let's say WordPress is dollar 1500. Then if it is a Drupal, that's dollar 2000. And then if it's Strappy, then we'll go for dollar 5000. Then for content management, SEO, AdWords. For SEO, let's say let's edit for content management first. Okay, so I'll just write content management and we'll change this a little bit. For the content management, let's say we'll give the user an option to input the number. Okay, so I will just write enter the number of pages that you want to create or update every month. So for this, what we'll do is that whatever number of pages user inputs, we'll just multiply it into a fixed fee. So let's say it would be $50 per page. Okay, so this way if the user adds in like say 10 pages, then the cost will be $500, so something like that. Okay, so this is how we can actually create a very dynamic form. So this is done. So we added the options for website design, CMS, content management. Now let's go in and put in for the SEO. So I will just write SEO management, and here we would give them an option that says five keywords, it's dollar 500 per month. 10 keywords, it's probably dollar 1000. So this way we have it all created for the SEO. Similarly, we'll have it for ad. Sorry, no, I just manage AdWords too. And that what we'll do is that if they select yes, we'll say ads dollar 300 per month. So here we are not going to restrict them on the number of keywords or anything. I know this is not how the AdWords actually work, but we just want to say that like it's a flat fee if you're buying an SEO. So we need to we can just have this as an extension of SEO. So if the SEO is selected only, then the AdWords can be selected, something like that. Okay, and then finally we'll do social media marketing. So let's do this for social media marketing. For social media marketing, how many channels would you like us to manage? So again, this is similar to our content management piece wherein we were charging per page. So the user needs to enter the number of channels that they want to manage, and here we would like $100 per channel per month. Okay, so now let's quickly take a look at what the form looks like. So this is what the form actually looks like. You can go and you can change the fonts actually. So here we have it set as per our brand guidelines that we set up a few weeks ago. So I would just put in an enter font, a normal cool serif font. So this looks good for now. I will also go in and I will remove my brand logo and I will save this as a theme. So this is all done here. So we are done with the basic setup. Now what we will do is that we'll go ahead and we will start writing conditions for each and everything. Okay, so how do we do that? So we will go into the logic and we'll add a logic. So first thing that we'll do is that if the user selects web designing, then you need to show the field web designing. Okay, so I will save this and let's take a look at this. So by default, if you see, there is nothing related to web designing. So as soon as I select that, my website designing related questions come up. Okay, so similarly, I would just write enable website designing. Now what I'll do is similarly I will do it for the CMS. Oops, sorry. Is CMS, then show the field for CMS. Similarly, uh, I will do it for content management. So you actually have to do it for uh, each and every one. And then for the AdWords, and then finally for the um, social media marketing, we'll enable the show the fields for social media marketing, and we'll save this. So now let's go in, and if you see by default we don't have anything, but as we keep on adding, selecting the services, the corresponding things start showing up. Now all we have to do is based on the options that the user selects, we have to set their pricing. So what I will now do is that I will and select a number field. I will add a number field over here, and I would just write website designing cost. Okay, and what I will do is that I will just mark this as hidden, and the default value will be 0. Now based on the value that I select here, I will have that value and put it over here. So let's say the user is selecting 5 pages, it will be 510 pages, it will be 915 pages, will be 1200. So we'll actually have to write the conditions for each and every value. So I'll just write that if the web designing is 5 pages, then change the value of web designing cost to 500, and web design, we'll name this as web design 500. We'll just duplicate this, and we'll just write this, the value will change to 900, and we'll just write web design 900. We'll again duplicate this, we'll edit this, and we'll say 1200, and we'll change the value to 1200. Now what I also want to do that as soon as the, so right now these fields are not required, okay, but as soon as the person is selecting the website designing field, I also want them to select that website designing field as compulsory. So I will just go into the logic, and when I enable website designing, what I will do is I will also say make fields require website designing. Okay, so the user cannot actually just submit the form without selecting the website designing option. So as soon as now you can see when I try to submit this form, actually in the design phase you cannot submit it, I'm so sorry. So we'll see that once we publish the form. So since this is marked as hidden, we won't be able to see the value, so I'll just remove this hidden field for now. And let's see if I'm selecting 5, 10 pages, 15 pages, the cost is changing. So this is looking good. So now I'll just mark this field as hidden. Similarly, we'll have to do it for each and every options that we have. So again, I will add one more number field over here that says CMS implementation cost. Okay, and again, I'm so sorry I have to do this because like building these kind of forms might not be easy. So here I will just change this to WordPress, and I'll change the value of the CMS implementation cost to 1500. So here I would name this logic as WordPress implementation cost. I will, and what I will do is I will save this, I will duplicate this and then I will change this to Drupal. Drupal is 2000. I will just write Drupal cost. I will save this. Again, I will duplicate this. I will edit this and then I will select Strappy. I will change the value to 5000 and I will just write Strappy cost. I will save this. And again, we'll just go ahead and we will select these and check if it's working perfectly. Yes, the prices are changing as we change the options. Again, for the enable CMS, what we will do is that we will ensure that the user always selects this particular field. And now I will save this. Now the next option that we have is um, the pages that the user may want to create or update every month. So we'll add one more number field. So this time it won't be a number field, but it will be a calculated field. So and this calculated field would be content management cost. Okay, so here what we will do is that we know that the price that we have set is $50 per page. Okay, so what I will do is that I will select enter the number of pages that you want to create or update every month, which is a number field, into $50. So here there is no need to actually set any logic because this is real-time calculation. So now let's go in and let's select content management, and let's say I want to do 5 pages. So here it adds the cost of $250. Again, for the logic, what we'll do is that as soon as you enable content management, we'll also show one more field, which is the content management cost. And then we will also make the this enter number of pages field as required. So now we have to do the SEO content management and the manage AdWords cost. So again, I will add a number field, and just as we had for the CMS and the web design cost, we'll add the option. So I will add the logic for SEO management. So under SEO 5 keywords, I would just write SEO management 5 keywords, change the value of this is sorry, I just did not name that field, so I will just go ahead and I will just name this field as SEO cost. Okay, so this is for 5 keywords. Now we'll add another value for 10 keywords. For 10 keywords, it is $1,000. I will just write SEO 10 keywords and I will save this. Now we'll go ahead and we'll check if that works perfectly fine or not. So the costs are working perfectly. So we have reached till SEO. For the managed AdWords cost, all we have to do is that we have to add the number field AdWords, and since this is a fixed price, what we will do is that we'll set let's not set the default value, and just go ahead and set this AdWords cost, and I would just write AdWords is yes, then change the value of AdWords to $300, or else like this is the else condition, change the value of AdWords to $0 if we are not adding it up, like if the person is not going for it. We'll just go in here, we'll see by default we have yes. Okay, so it's not adding up. Let's go back and see why it does not happen that way. So if the manage AdWords contains the value as yes, then change the value of AdWords. Let me check AdWords pricing or AdWords cost. Let's go in here, let's check that. So if the value is contains yes, then it would be 300. If it's no, then it should be 0. So let's go ahead and see why is this not happening. So yeah, so it's working correctly. So let's see the problem here. Manage AdWords 300 is yes. Then change the value of AdWords cost to 300. If this condition does not match, then change it to 0. So this should do the thing. Let's go here. Oops. Okay, so let's come back to this later. In the meantime, let's do this. Let's stop this and let's replace this. And if this is no, then it will be 0. So no add words. And let's save this and let's try it out once again. Okay, this is a little weird. Okay, so in the enable AdWords we have show fields. This is all good. So it seems like there is some confusion with AdWords. We'll see that later. But for now, for the social media marketing, the channels will again add a calculated field. Okay, and here we would say the social media management cost. Okay, and what we'll do is that per channel is $300 is $100. So we'll do this into 100, and let's check it out over here. And let's say if I'm managing 5 channels, it should say 500. Okay. Uh, let's select this social media marketing. Let's see if it's working for this. Okay, so it seems that it's not working at all for anyone. So let's try to publish this and see if it's working for us in the once it's published, because at times in the design mode it can happen that it sometimes won't work. So let's go in, let's select this website designing. Okay, so it's all not working. So maybe okay, so for the website design we have it hidden. So for the CMS, okay, it's working fine. For the content management, enter the number. So it's 250. That looks good. For the SEO, let's select the 5 keywords, 1,000. Okay, that's working fine. For the AdWords, let's add it up. It's 300. No, it's 0. Works perfectly fine. Social media marketing, let's add 4 channels and it's 400. So it's working perfectly once we have published it. So seems like the design tab is can have problems. So let's try it out once again. Okay, it's working now. So AdWords, let's say yes, we want to manage the AdWords. It's 300. Okay, so since we were like doing it multiple times back and forth, it was a little problematic. So again, in the logic, what we will do is that we'll go ahead and make sure that if we make every field as required, and also uh, you know just show those fields. This is shown for the enable content management. We have made this as required. For enable SEO, let's make sure that people enter the SEO related field. So it's SEO management. And then for the AdWords, let's make sure that they do this. Similarly for the social media management, so make the fields as required for social media marketing. How many challenges would you like to have? And I'll save this. Now what we will also do is that all these cost fields that we have, we'll just mark them as hidden, so the user won't be able to see them in real time. They will only be able to see them at the end. I will hide this. So with this, we have set up everything. Mm, yeah, look, works perfectly fine. Everything is showing up. We don't, okay, the content management cost is not hidden. So I will just go in And this field, I'll just mark it as hidden. So yeah, it seems that we've already marked it as hidden. Mm, so why it is not hiding the same. Okay, we will see. Okay, so I think with this, now the next thing that we want to do is, like show the user, like change this submit buttons text to um check my uh quote. Okay, so what we will do is in the next step, we will give the user an option where he can see everything. So I will just add a paragraph text first, and here what we will do is that we'll list down all the things and the cost associated. But before we do that, we also need to make sure that we have a final amount. So here we would say final cost. And then what we will do is that we will add up everything. So web designing cost plus the CMS implementation cost, plus we'll add the content management cost, plus the SEO cost, plus the AdWords cost, plus the social media management cost. Now I'll just go one step ahead, and what I will do is that I will try to add a discount. Okay, so we'll add an input field, and we'll just write here discount coupon code, for example. Okay, and then we'll write a logic, and what I'm doing is that I'm just creating an option for coupon code. I'm just saying um 15 off. Okay, and what you can actually do is that you can but before that, we'll also have to add a number field. So I'll just close this for now, and I'll add a number field, and write discount percentage. So, and then what I will do is that in the logic, I will say that, okay, if the coupon code is equal to the value 15 off, and then I'll also mark this as case insensitive. So if the user adds 15 off as, like OFF as small letters or anything, it will always consider this. And then I will change the value of discount percentage to 15. If this does not match, then I will go ahead and change the value of discount to 0, and I will save this. Now what I will do is that I will calculate the discount amount on the total. So here I would say discount to be given, and then I will just have the final cost into 15 divided by 100. Okay, now I'll go one step ahead. I will add another calculated field, and then I will just say total after discount, and this would be the total cost. Sorry, that's the final cost. I'm so sorry. Final cost minus the discount to be given. So this way, we have created a very complicated ordering form. Plus, we have a coupon code. What we can also do is that we can pass this coupon code as a query parameter. Let's say I will do C code, which is our coupon code. So this was quite exciting till now. Finally, what I will do is that I will add a paragraph text over here at the bottom that says final quote. Okay, and we'll just left align this. The first thing would be web designing. So I would just write web designing, and then I would add the web designing cost. The second thing that we have is the CMS implementation. So I would just write CMS implementation, and then I would just write CMS implementation cost. The next thing that we have is content management. And here what we will do is we know how many pages is the user asking for. Enter pages, and then we would add the content management cost. Finally, we have the SEO. So we know SEO we have. So we have the SEO cost. AdWords, we'd say the AdWords cost. And then finally, we have social media management. And then we'll add the social media management cost. Then we'd say, okay, so this is all that's done. Now we'll add to this total. So we'll just add the final cost. Then we'll say less discount. And we know how much percentage it is. So we'll add the discount percentage. And we also know what that discount cost is, the discount to be given. Again, add this. Finally, we'll have amount payable. Okay, and then we'll just go in and have the total after discount value here. So now we'll just ensure that everything is in the same font size. I'll change this to 12 points. With this, we'll have to remove this, and let's get rid of these extra lines. And let's, like this has been pretty wild. So first of all, let's go in and check if it's all working perfectly or not. So let's republish this form. I'll wait for a few seconds for the cache to be refreshed. So right now we don't have, like we have $0 for everything. So we'll add web designing. We'll select 5 pages, $500 added. Discount. So why is it giving a 15% discount? Let's check that later. Ideally, it should not have. CMS implementation. We'll add WordPress. It did add the cost. So the final cost, as you can see, as I keep on increasing, it changes. So this is it. Then we'll add the content management. I'll add 4 pages, adds up $200. So the final cost is 2200. I will add in SEO for 10 keywords, adds $1000. Perfect. I'll add AdWords, adds in $300. Finally, I would add social media management for, let's say, 10 channels, $4,500. And here you can see it has added up everything. It also gave a discount. This is something that we have to check for sure. And this is the amount payable. Now let's check why is it giving a 15% discount. Okay, so our logic here says that if and only if it is 15 off, then we should be changing the value of, so we have not added this. So the, okay, so coupon code, let's go in here. Let's see, 15 off. Okay, so now it's adding 15. This is perfect. And if I don't do that, it is adding 0%, but this still adds up a 15%. So let's see what calculations did we have for discount to be given. Oh, it's my bad. I should have added the discount percent here. So here I would search for discount percent divided by 100. Now let's republish this, and it should be all good. I'm so sorry for that. Let's refresh this. Let's add website designing for 5 pages. Let's hard refresh this. Website designing for 5 pages, 0% discount. Let's add the coupon code as 15 off and did add a 15% discount. So this is how guys you can actually create an ordering form. Now, so this is how we saw it as a full blown, like a complete what do you say, form all at once. Now let's do this. Let's change this to one at a time. Okay, so here we would ask for full name, um, email address, and phone number. We have all these things set up. Now let's take a look at the design. Let's change the colors a little bit. Of let's select one of these things. I like this. Okay, this is good. Apply this design, save changes, and now let's republish this. Let's add my name. I'll add web design, CMS implementation. So it gives me the final cost immediately. So you see how amazing does this look. So this all we'll just have to, like mark it as hidden. So finally, here is all the final code that we have. So this is how you can actually create your one at a time design, like the code form. Now what we will do is that we still have certain fields that are not yet hidden, like the this is hidden. So if the field is hidden, you will see it like this, but the final cost is not yet hidden, so I will just mark this as a hidden field. Then the coupon code is definitely there, something that user needs to add in. So this field is not yet hidden, so I will mark this as hidden. Discount to be given is also a hidden field. Total after discount is also a hidden field. And let's try to remove this page breaks because it's not looking quite professional. And let's again change this to 12 point. Let's check it out once again. And now it should only ask us, it should not show us all the final cost and all those values. PG, let's see the address again. pg.com for now. A, B, and C. I'll enter, I'll select 5 pages. I will select Drupal and I'll say 5 pages. You see, and I'll add a 15 off. It literally gave me the final output. So this is how you guys can create a digital agency quote form. One thing that's still remaining is connecting it to a payment gateway. So now I'll go into the form settings. I will just enable payments. In the payment section, I will select the connection and the amount to be given would be the dynamic price inserted into a field, and here it will be the total after discount. And here we would say MakeForms agency quote, MakeForms agency price, or it can be anything that you want to do. So this is how you guys can literally create a super complicated, extremely advanced ordering form using MakeForms. This was like a really big video, 40 minutes. I thought I would wrap it up all in 20 minutes, but I was not able to do that because I have got this thing for doing super complicated things, and I wanted to show you guys the power of MakeForms. So this is how you can actually create super complicated workflows using MakeForms. And with this new one at a time thing that we have come up with, it becomes very easy if you do it all fields at once and then you shift to one at a time. So that's it, guys. I think I've taken too much of your time today. So again, please let me know what you would like to see in the upcoming episodes, and I would try my best to help you out. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Signing off, Pratik here from MakeForms.